That hurt. More verticality. Recording in progress. All right. Welcome to Straight Red Card. I want to apologize in advance. There are some morons outside of my house who are firing off fireworks.
I can't hear them, so you're good.
And we are 7 days away from July 4th. But
blowing their load early.
This is what happens every year.
Mm-hmm.
They blow them 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after July 4th. It's like, just get it all over with in one day. And it usually used to matter to me more when Gizmo was alive because he was afraid.
Same as I got Monty. Yeah.
It's like every night I got a cowering dog, up in my lap because he needs to be, touched and held because he's, freaking out about the fireworks. So, people with the fireworks, can you just get it over with in 1, 2, 3 days tops?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
If you want to do it early, just pick one day. You don't need to do them every day. But I guess I can't say much. I mean, back in the day, we used to have bottle rocket wars.
We did too, but they were out in the fields.
We used to take PVC piping, put a back on it, light it, chuck it in there, just rocket launch the bitches at it.
We used to tie a bunch of the old Pringle cans together, tape them together, and fire them like that off the shoulder and shit. But yeah, we were idiots having bottle rocket wars against each other. I'm surprised.
No eye protection for that. One of my friends got pegged in the forehead with one. And we still got lucky. We still didn't fucking bother. We did bother once we started doing the airsoft fights. We wore eye protection for that.
Oh, did you? Okay.
They weren't anything high powered by any means. Just little CO2 pistols.
Right.
They hurt like a motherfucker.
They did. Yeah. I had
still a lot of
those battles myself.
Yeah.
It might have been air guns back then, but yeah.
We had I had a friend who came around a tree and started or came around the car to fire a couple, and then another friend ran after him with the gun. He took off running, but as he took off running, he didn't realize where he was and just ran right to a fucking oak tree.
Can we also be honest?
That's so fucking funny.
Can we be honest about these games that we used to play with with whatever you guys used? We used air guns. Maybe that's CO2 too. I don't know.
No, I mean it's an airsoft gun, so it's the little rubber pellets, and the CO2 just makes it so you don't have to keep cocking it back.
Speaking of cocking it back, what I was going to say was, how many times did you try to do a dick shot? It's like it didn't.
Center mass of the thing. Speaking of airsoft, have you ever gone online and watched a lot of the airsoft videos? There's some guys out of the UK that have this high-powered sniper rifle that they fire 100 yards away.
Jesus!
And you can just see the thing go, but they know exactly where to go to hit them every single time. And people are they get pegged in the head, and they're like, "You shot me in the head on purpose." It's it's fucking 100 yards away, man.
I know it can't be that perfect.
But he's like, "Oh, we've got a salty bitch here," It's
we'd be out in the woods, and I swear to God, everybody's going for dick shots, ass shots. You're like, Jesus, guys, can we keep this above the waist and not at my face? That would be great. All right, well, So
I think the channel I'm talking about is Kicking Mustang. Cracks my shit up. Yeah.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
So we got Weston.
Whoop! Before we get to Weston.
Oh, we got some other shit?
Make sure you like and subscribe and comment down below. Share it with everyone.
But mostly your grandma.
Yeah.
All right.
Twitter is not the only social media out there, guys. You can do it on Facebook. You can snail mail somebody the YouTube link. It's a little expensive, but
you could video capture our show and put it up on Pornhub or X Hamster.
That'll run in interference with our OnlyFans channel. There, you don't want to do that.
if we really had an Only Channels fan.
We play our podcast, the audio version, while just showing somebody's feet. That's all it is, guys.
I hate feet. All feet. I hate my own feet. All right. Hate your feet. Hate your wife's.
I don't know if you've ever seen my feet.
Hate your wife's feet. Hate my own ex-wife's feet. I just hate all feet. There's just no good feet. I'm sorry. All feet are gross. They're made for walking. And so, of course, they're not going to look pretty. They got to be sturdy, gross looking.
It usually takes 12 innings, and that's just too much.
Take the pounding. All right.
All right, so Weston.
So, Weston McKennie, you were concerned as a Juve fan, and I was concerned as a U.S. men's national team, and as well as you fan.
Well, I was going to say, I'm more of a U.S. men's national team fan than a Juve fan. But
Hell yeah, you are.
I do follow Juve.
That's right. You in particular were concerned about McKennie because they are bringing in Di Maria and they are bringing in Pogba. And I did my research, and I think you should allay your fears. I think he's going to play. I think he's going to be fine, and I have my reasons for it. But let me first let you discuss why you're worried, or at least concerned.
Well, I mean, the spots are filling up, quite frankly. Mm-hmm. And I know we had talked about this beforehand, and I know you're going to dispel this. Mm-hmm. But McKennie had played out wide, opposite of Chiesa, but it was under Pirlo, not under Allegri.
Correct.
Under Allegri, he has predominantly played as a central midfielder.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, it's just the spots are getting filled up. So I have full faith that he will find his way on the pitch. How consistently, we'll see. But
I think he's a starter, and I think
so.
Because in the last season under Allegri, when he was healthy, he played.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
He played center midfield, right midfield, and defensive midfield. Never got to play out wide for Allegri. And so if you look at Di Maria in his last couple seasons, he's just playing left winger and occasionally right winger. So I don't think that's a position that Weston has to worry about right now. I think that's not one of the guys. Pogba is going to take his time at CM, Central CM, which he stopped playing for Allegri for when he got healthy. He was playing left or right, but mostly right midfielder. So I think he's going to be fine. I think you have to include McKennie in that lineup with Pogba because Pogba defensively, great offensive player, great forward-thinking player, great with his ball at the feet. But he's not a wrecker.
No.
Not like McKennie. So I think you play him alongside Pogba, and I think he's going to be fine. The other thing with Allegri is he plays like a gazillion different. He has his favorites. One of his favorites, or one of your favorites, the 4-2-2-2-2. He loves playing that. So that means you're going to have a double six, and he can play in that pocket too.
Well, we no longer have Morata, so there goes one of our offensive options. Not like he's been overly productive for him, so not a huge loss in my books.
I was more talking about the 4-2-2 in the sense that McKennie can play in that.
I'm saying
six.
I wonder if I'm just wondering if he'll go back to playing a 4-2-2-2 or some kind of with a two striker tandem, or if he's going to, because they're talking. Obviously, they picked up Di Maria and they have Chiesa already, and they've announced already that they're in talks to bringing in another winger, and there are a lot of people that are hoping that it's going to be Pulisic still. They have announced a number of times that they were interested in Pulisic.
They can announce it all they want, but I'm not believing it until I see it. The other formation Allegri likes to use as well is the 4-2-3-1. Again, in that setup, you got 2 6s. I think, again, you need a wrecker. McKennie's a wrecker. He can also play defensive midfield in sort of a passing way as well. That's not his total strength. I think you want him up the field. The problem is if you got Pogba's playing in that CAM role above the 2 6s. So, and then on the wings, you got Di Maria and Chiesa.
Well, I think early on, Allegri wanted McKennie in that more of an offensive role in the center. get closer to the box all the time. But as the season progressed, he pushed a little further back. And as you said, he was a wrecker. I mean, he's a workhorse that breaks up plays, or at least pressures them enough that they make errant passes.
Right.
So I don't see him competing for that attacking mid spot unless he's coming off the bench for Pogba or they're rotating. I do see him playing more in the two center mid, actual center mids.
Yeah, and
but
so this.
Maybe I was just going to say, looking over the history with Allegri and McKennie, there were a lot of rumors. We even covered them. Basically, Allegri didn't. We talked about how Allegri didn't rate Weston because there was a lot of news coming out about that. It turned out to be BS because as soon as Weston was fully fit, because there was that month where he wasn't fit, and we saw him at the September World Cup qualifiers where he was off his game. Didn't look that great, but then a month later he was like down 5-10 pounds and just looked much better on the pitch. But all the transfer news of Juve is getting rid of Weston McKennie, blah blah blah. It's never come to anything.
No,
I know Tottenham was looking for his services, but then they brought in like 2 other Juve players instead of him. So I don't think Allegri is going to get rid of him. I think he will get playing time. Now again, whether he's a consistent starter, I don't know.
I think he will be.
I would think so, and I would hope so.
I think he will be. I'm going over the lineup. I don't see him getting kicked out. You do need somebody who can close the lanes, be a wrecker, start counters. I think he's the man to do it. And I think if he ends up being one of the pocket sixes, I think that'll be great. I mean, it's not perfect. I'd rather see him be able to get forward as an 8 or as just a standard right midfielder, but we'll see. I'm just imagining that Allegri still believes that McKennie is really somebody he needs to get in the box on occasion and finish the header.
And I would think if he's playing like the dual 6 behind Pogba, I think he'd still have a little bit more free reign to push up forward into the attack.
Yeah, I guess we got to wonder who the
Partner
other 6 is going to be. That's the only. I mean, I don't know who that's going to be, but it's not going to be Pogba. I think he gets to play in an advanced role. So, all right. Well, I mean, I don't have much more to add on this. This is one of our shorties, and occasionally we need to throw in a shorty. And
12 minutes in, so we're still good.
What's that?
We're 12 minutes in, so it's good.
It's damn good.
Look at us keeping it tight.
Brett's sick. I got some allergy shit going, and I can't sleep. So between the two of us, we're like a bunch of fucking zombies over here. So make sure you like, subscribe. Those things are so important, guys. So please do that. Don't forget it. I do it. I admit there are these F1 channels I watch all the time, and I watch it, and I'm like, oh, this is a really good show. And there's another good one I want to watch, and I forget to like it. So like it, subscribe, and share it with your grandma and other relations. Do that too, because word gets out, and we're generally pretty fun when we're not sick and dying. So
yeah, and if you do share with your grandma, she'll probably give you like a hard candy. So
something like that, like a Werther's original.
Yeah, exactly. A butterscotch.
All right, I'm glad I could read your mind.
Thanks, Daniel. Would you like a hard candy?
That's better. Well, anyhow. All right. We'll see you the next time on the Straight Red Card. We're going to be back. That hurt. More verticality. Recording in progress. All right.